Good afternoon, good evening, everyone. My name is Rachel Radomski. I am the head of patient advocacy and engagement here at Harmony Biosciences. And thank you very much to IPWSO, Marguerite Shelley, for this opportunity to talk a little bit about Harmony, our research and clinical program in Prader-Willi syndrome. If this is the first time you've heard of Harmony Biosciences, we are based outside of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. We have about 200 employees, and at Harmony, we specialize in developing and delivering treatments for rare neurological diseases. And we believe that where empathy and innovation meet, a better life can begin. And that's really a core tenet of my work alongside all my colleagues here at Harmony, to infuse innovative science with the ability to understand and share the feelings of others. And to the last point made, we are eternally grateful to groups like IPWSO and the patient and family communities that allow us to enter their lives through clinical study. So here's a look at our development pipeline. Pitolisant is marketed as Wakix in the United States and is approved by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration for the treatment of excessive daytime sleepiness or cataplexy in adults living with narcolepsy. We're also currently evaluating pitolisant in other neurological diseases that may be mediated by histamine and H3 receptors. So we're currently in the clinic with 3 programs evaluating pitolisant in people with idiopathic hypersomnia, Prader-Willi syndrome, and myotonic dystrophy. Our path to PWS at Harmony started at the very inception of our company almost 6 years ago. We've been engaged with parents, caregivers, and patient groups here in the United States, including visiting the National Institute of Health with PWS families, attending advocacy group meetings starting in 2018, and following the literature on the use of pitolisant in children with PWS via FDA's personal importation program. I'm happy to turn over the next few minutes of our presentation to my colleague and our senior medical director, spearheading our phase 3 clinical development program, Dr. David Seiden, to provide a little bit more information on our clinical study in PWS.
Thank you, Rachel. Hello, everybody. Nice to be here. Thank you, Marguerite, again. I want to echo Rachel's sentiments. We really appreciate you being here, and certainly we appreciate all of the work that you do and all of the work that families do for PWS, raising awareness. I'm a clinical neurologist and sleep specialist. I'm not an endocrinologist, so I'm relatively new to the PWS community, but it's really something to see the involvement that patients and their families and caregivers have in helping raise awareness, and we're really excited at Harmony to be part of this group. As Rachel pointed out, our compound is pitolisant, so our focus is a little different. Pitolisant is a wake promoting agent, as Rachel mentioned, working through modification of the histamine system, which is one of the myriad wake promoting agents that act in concert in the brain to keep people awake, and has already been approved, as Rachel said, for another rare neurological disease in which sleepiness is a significant component, that is narcolepsy. And as you saw on our pipeline slide, the indications that we're working in are all indications in which people experience significant sleepiness. And we know that in these disorders, including in Prader-Willi syndrome, sleepiness, really cuts across many domains in terms of quality of life, potentially behavior, and so forth. So we believe it's a sort of underlooked, or sort of maybe underlooked, maybe undervalued symptom in some ways, that we feel needs a little more focus, and that's our direction here at Harmony. Just in terms of a little more specifically in terms of our path to kind of study Prader-Willi syndrome and pitolisant, we opened our IND in November of 2019. to study excessive daytime sleepiness and pitolisant in Prader-Willi syndrome. Several months later, we had completed a phase 1 pharmacokinetic profile trial, which has informed us in terms of some important features such as dosing and so forth as we move forward. About a year later, we initiated a phase 2 proof of concept trial for excessive daytime sleepiness in patients with PWS. Again, it was a small trial, approximately 60 some odd patients participated, with, again, excessive daytime sleepiness as measured by something called the Epworth score, which is a sort of a typical assessment used in sleep medicine. And in 2022, that phase 2 proof of concept trial was completed. And we were very happy to see some positive signals observed for excessive daytime sleepiness in patients with PWS. Again, as measured by the Epworth sleepiness score. By the way, that particular assessment, the Epworth sleepiness score, has both a child and adolescent version and an adult version. But we did see positive signals, and we were happy about that. And we, in 2022, we started to make plans to advance our clinical program in PWS. Earlier this year, we had an end of phase 2 meeting that we held with the FDA, and we are in the process now of getting geared up for our large phase 3 trial, which we hope to plan to initiate in the fourth quarter, soon approaching. So thank you for your attention, everyone.